me, Renee. I'm back. Sorry. So I kind of wanted to talk a bit about where we are. Sounds a bit dramatic. Where we are. It's not that dramatic. Okay, where we are, where I am. Yeah, or more specifically, my reading goals. So it's beginning of November right now, so we got 2 months left of this year. So it's the end of the year, yeah, but we're not at the very end yet, so there's still time to read stuff. And yeah, as of right now, I read, well, according to Storograph, I had read 125 books. I think I probably read like 140 books maybe, because I read quite a lot of Norwegian books, but they aren't on Storograph, so yeah. But I read, I suppose the gist is I read over 100 books. My plan is this year to read 125 and 150 books, which I'm thinking is not going to be that difficult to reach it, but yeah, that's my goal. But yeah, other than like a numbers goal, I also have like other goals. For example, I had a goal this year to read more to read more Latin American authors. I haven't read that many of those. I've read some now and then, but like I suppose this reading year, like it hasn't been been a great reading year. And I know it sounds weird saying that after I just said I read over 100 books. But like, I mean, some books I've read are kind of like short books and books I didn't really intend to read. Like, I have a huge TBR, like this TBR, and it's just still growing. Like, yeah, this year I've kind of tended a lot to just go to the library instead of reading the books I have, which I think I'm not alone in. But yeah, I mean, reading Latin American. I suppose like goals like read more of this and more of this, they work if you like completely fine mental state. Not that I've had an awful year, but like sometimes I've kind of been thinking about something. Haven't really been in mood to like read what I plan to read. Like I've been very mood ready. Like I've been thinking, okay, I'm gonna read this and this and this for this month, and then I just read this and this, maybe this. So yeah, I suppose in general, like goals and stuff for me as a mood reader, kind of difficult because like the the minute I set myself a goal, I often think like, you know what, I don't want to read you, I want to read you. It's kind of like being a teacher, like telling me I have to read this and this book, and when you think you have to read it, you don't want to read it, even though like it's goals I set for myself. But yeah, um, but yeah, I do have some Latin American author books that I haven't read yet that I want to get to. So, for example, give me a moment. I have Aiden Thomas. Aiden Thomas doesn't sound that Latin American author, Latinx-ish by name, but they are. They are Mexican, and this is a Mexican-based book. So yeah, and I also kind of want to read this book in general. I kind of also want to read these other books, but I have heard this one is very good. So yeah, so there's that. And then also another goal for me this year has been that kind of as was a goal. It kind of became a goal like this last in the fall. I kind of thought, you know what, I want to read that kind of books like for the rest of the year. And yeah, I suppose it hasn't been impossible, but yeah, okay, let's wind back a bit. Okay, so this year, 2022, is 50 years since it became legal to be gay in Norway, and because of that, there's been lots of celebrations and different things in Norway. And I thought, you know what, I love to read. You know what, I'll celebrate by reading 50 queer reads. But yeah, I got that idea in like September, so like more than halfway into the year. But just right now, and I actually have read 25 books with queer protagonists or like queer aspects to them. Like, so it can, of course, it's up to me, but like, I don't really want to include books where there's like a queer person in one scene and that scene is insignificant. It has to like be a important character. But yeah, I have actually read 25 books with queer elements to them. So I'm halfway there. That's supposed to can ask yourself 25 books in 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, in 2 months. Can you do that? In addition to other stuff? Well, watch me. I think I can. Oh, I have an ambition in a way to do it. I suppose I could also like shoot. Oh, shoot, that sounds silly, but I could also like do some comic reads because a lot of those are queer. So that's always also a way to like, yeah, read some faster reads. And yeah, so that's kind of like my two goals there that next offers, but also queer reads. And other than that, I kind of just want to like read, finish, like continue with series. I had months earlier this year where I kind of like, you know what, I want to continue in series. I tried to participate in series-a-thon or like series in September, and it didn't really work out. But yeah, there's so many good series out there, so like to like you kind of feel like you have to like you should like continue like read some series every now and then because well some books and series every now and then because there's always a new book in a series coming out or there's a new series that you haven't heard of that you want to read or want to catch up on and yeah but yeah so that's kind of like the gist of it, but I also have some books I kind of want to get to, and they are, as I said, Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas. It's a standalone. This is Brujas, but also trans Brujas. And it's kind of like, I think it's kind of like a necromancer thing. I'm not quite sure what it's exactly is, but I think it's ghost and stuff like that. So, yeah. And then we have City of Villains by Estelle Laurie. This is an urban fantasy, if I'm not quite mistaken, where you have like there's Disney villains who go around like urban city and like cause havoc. So yeah, that just sounds very cool. I think I might do it in December because Disney December. So yeah. And then we have Mistletoe Christmas. I actually bought this like in January this year, but like I feel like this kind of feels very Christmassy. So I'm thinking I'm gonna probably pick this up during Christmas, like um maybe the 20th of December or like maybe the 13th. Like anyway, sometime in December. And it was also that's another thing. Like when for you guys, when does Christmas start? Honestly, for me, the 1st of December is Christmas because like that's the. I mean, yeah, the Christmas like focus main days are like 24th, 25th, etc. But like for me, also like the first and the second and like the days after it. I mean, you do have like Christmas calendars which you open up every day before the 24th. So yeah, I would say for me, Christmas starts the 1st of December. Yes, of course, you don't have Christmas break until later, but yeah, for me, that's kind of like when it starts, like at least in a small part. And I will also feel like I feel like you can't, at least to me, you can't really listen to Christmas music in November. But like if it's the 3rd of December, yeah, listen to the Christmas music. If it's the 5th of December and you want to watch a Christmas movie, go ahead. You're allowed. You're allowed. Like I'm giving you permission, but like in my head, that's kind of how that works. So yeah, those two, and then we have This Coven Won't Break. I suppose this is kind of like a Halloween-ish read, but like it's not like you only have to read scary books or witchy books during Halloween. I mean, I read fantasy all year round. This is the second book in this duet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a duology, and I really love the first one. So yeah, kind of want to read the second one. And then we have House of Trelawney by Hannah Rothschild. This is kind of it's set in around a Scottish castle, and all the people who kind of want to like own it and use it and stuff. And I really love the other book by her, The Improbability of Love. So yeah, kind of want to read this one. And this is a kind of an thing I don't really often read often, but this is kind of like more like a literature like ish story. It's not like a romance. It's not like a crime. It's more like a yeah slice of life story. I suppose it's kind of satire as well. Kind of yeah. Anyway, so those, and then Nobody's Princess by Erica Riley. As you see, I've started this one, haven't gotten far in it, but yeah. Riley, so far I read 3 of her books this year. And honestly, so far, yeah, she's quite a new favorite author. And I'm thinking I'm gonna enjoy this one as well. Well, we'll enjoy it. I'll enjoy it so far. And yeah, all her books just give me so much joy and happiness. And when don't you want to be happy when you read? You kind of want it to be read all the time, don't you? At least I do. And yeah, so excited to read this one. Finish this one. And then we have The Bullets That Missed, or Kune and Moments, which is the third one in the First Day Murder Club series. I got it from work as an arc, and yeah, very excited to get to it. Haven't yet, but I plan to get it soon. And yeah, and also Mystery and Mayhem, which I also started last year. Haven't gotten far it. It's a crime. Well, it's a collection of crime stories from different middle grade authors. And yeah, I feel like it might maybe be a fun read to read around Christmas because I feel like a lot of these are set around Christmas. I don't think they like have to be, but I think a lot of them are. And yeah, and that's kind of like yeah, a few books that I kind of want to read before the end of the year. A few thoughts about what I want to do before the end of the year. Of course, I have other books to read as well, but I don't really want to mention all of them because there's a lot of books I kind of want to get to. And I suppose maybe I'll do like a video like books I want to read before the end of the year. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Maybe. Do you want to see it? Maybe I do it if you want to see it. I'm talking to you guys, people who watch me and don't comment. Oh, no. Anyway, yeah. And yeah. Do you have any plans for the rest of the year? Do you feel like you managed your goals for this year, for this reading year? Have you had a good reading year? For me, yeah, I would say I've had a good reading year, all in all, really. I've read quite a lot of good books and quite a lot of new favorite reads. And yeah, bye.